Diane Sliss doesn't remember the day her heart stopped beating.
I didn't even know I was shoveling snow that day.
But it's a day her husband and her neighbor will never forget.
I had to try to read between the lines because she couldn't speak clearly. I gathered that she was curled up on the floor, unable to talk and move. And that's when I knew that I've got to get somebody there right away.
Her husband Brian was out of town, hundreds of miles away, when Diane contacted him and told him something wasn't right. But neighbor David was right next door.
Brian called and said, you need to get her to the hospital.
It was during that ride to the emergency room when Diane collapsed. Her heart stopped and stayed that way for several minutes in the car.
That's the first time I've seen somebody die. And it's a very emotional situation.
And in the emergency room at Goshen Health.
I did not want her to die by herself. And that's what I thought was going to happen. And I knew that would be upsetting for her. I did not want to not be there when she passed.
Goshen Health cardiologist Dr. Blair McPhail says Diane suffered a massive heart attack known as the Widowmaker, impacting the artery to the front of her heart.
The very beginning of that vessel is where her plaque became unstable and closed the artery off, and that's an area that's often, the term is used, widowmaker. And that's because it's the biggest of the three arteries most of the time, and many people go into bad rhythms with that, and it's the bad rhythms that cause people not to survive 50% of the out-of-hospital heart attacks.
Diane's brother died of a heart attack about a year before she suffered her own. Dr. McPhail points to the quick response Diane received at home and at the hospital for her survival.
It just tells you that, you know, seeking care right away is a good thing. It helps protect you to prevent events like this or to respond appropriately to events like this. So calling an ambulance or, you know, coming into the hospital are important things.
Leaving Diane and her family to now cherish the important things in life.
Seeing how we lost my brother so suddenly, we didn't have a chance to say goodbye, and he was alone, and I just have a lot to be thankful for in my situation.
There are screenings that can help detect if you are at risk for a heart attack. And Dr. McPhail says it is possible to reverse a blockage or stabilize a blockage. That includes eating a low-fat diet, exercising 20 minutes a day, reducing your stress, and don't smoke. Goshen Health offers a program to help patients do this. It's called Ornish Lifestyle Medicine. For WSBT 22 News, I'm Leanne Tokars.